we look at the 5 different areas, right? Remember, so I'm going to mark you on clarity, how clear you are. So if you, then you can get your points. So to be very clear, hands away from the mouth. Okay, sheet away from that. How prepared you are. Did you come with some notes? So we just, I don't know. So we give you how prepared you are, how I think if you've practiced enough of it. The length of it. Now remember, we want at least 3 minutes. Okay, so if you finish after 30 seconds, right, then people will be sitting there twiddling their thumbs for 2 minutes here. And I will ask you some questions to fill the 3 minutes. Is it interesting? Now it doesn't mean that it's got lots of fireworks and bouncing around and dancing. But if you talk in a monotone voice like this and I want to say, then I'm going to fall asleep. Yeah, so it has to be quite interesting. Okay? And body language, what's body language? Yeah, what's body language? Not how good you talk, it's to do with your body. How you say that, still you're talking. How can my body talk to you? Using my hands, right? I had one boy this week, he did this. I'm going to talk about, and he was like my nodding bird. And I actually didn't listen to what he was saying. I was wondering, is he going to hit the table when I want to talk about, oh no, any second he's going to hit the table. So body language is about looking around the audience. It's about being open with your hand. I'm going to tell you about, right, this is like I'm not interested, right? And engaging with the audience. So if you see people, when you do your international day, is to look around and make eye contact with people. Right? People that are not interested, ask some questions sometimes, right? And be very clear. Use your hands. I'd like to talk about, and don't fidget. What does fidget mean? Do you know? Fidget. Yeah. Don't move around. Keep nice and still. You can walk around to the audience. Talk forward. Talk back. Raise your voice up and down. Guess what? I'm going to tell you about today. You can change your tone, right? But don't fidget and scratch, because people are going to get nervous when you do that. So I'm going to mark you on all of those to see if you can get close. 3 points on each to see if you can get close to that. Okay? And then I'm going to sit and give you some feedback about how you could, what was really good about it, how you could improve, what you could do different. And as normal, then I can talk to you, I'll give you an example of how I would do it after. Okay, so, up you come then. I'm going to change your shimmy past the camera. This is kind of like an interview, isn't it? Imagine you're going to university and you've got to do an interview. Come away from the board, don't say otherwise you're leaning on the board, Okie dokie. Right, are you ready? Remember how you're going to start to talk? Just ignore the camera, right? Because the camera's not, ignore it, stare straight at the camera. Ignore it, just look at me, look at Miss Joy. Okay, no. Okay, you ready? Remember how you introduce yourself and good talk.
Hello, Mr. Eki. Today I'm going to talk about something that I do well. The things that I do well is badminton, because I started playing it when I was little, and I like to play it every day. When I play badminton, I usually play it in the front of my house or in the garden, and I like playing it after school or on the weekends. And most of the time, I like to play badminton with my sister or my dad. But I like playing with my dad more because he can play better than my sisters. When I play badminton, I hold my racket tight and then throw the badminton ball up and then hit it with my racket. And when I play well in badminton, when about 5
6. So a few corrections. What's the past tense of teach? Taught. Okay, so you do know that one. Yeah, good. What do you need to play badminton? What would you need if I was going to start to play badminton? What would I need?
A racket and badminton ball.
Right, now do you know what a badminton ball is called? It's called a shuttlecock. A shuttlecock, so it's not a ball. Can you describe how does the shuttlecock look like? Is it round like a ball?
It's triangle and it has feather.
It's feathers on it, right? Okay. And what else do you need? So you need a badminton racket and a shuttlecock. What else would we need?
A net.
A net. Why do we need a net?
To know if the shuttlecock go up.
Right, okay. Is there any way you could play? Do you think you could, where would you play? You say you play in your front garden at school. What about if you wanted to play a competition? Where could you go for that?
In the playground.
In the playground, yeah, okay. And have you ever played with a proper badminton court with the lines down? Okay, so that might be the next stage for you, yeah? Who do you like playing with the most?
My dad.
Why?
Because he can play better than my sisters.
Right, okay. Can you beat your dad?
Not really.
Not really. How many badminton rackets do you have?
About 5.
About 5. Wow, okay. Why do you need 5?
One for my dad and one for me and one for my sisters.
Okay, one for all your sisters, okay. And you say that you've been playing about 5 years, right? You've been about 5 years badminton. Do you think you'll play badminton for a very long time? Will you keep playing when you go to high school? And what would you like to do? Would you like to play a long time? Right. And maybe would you like to learn the rules? How to play them? So that's something. How could you learn the rules? So if you want to know where you have to hit it and what the shots are called, where could you find that out? On the internet, yeah, or where else?
Ask the teacher.
You can ask a teacher, right? That would be a really good idea, yes? Okay. So you're quite good at badminton. If you had a competition in the whole school, where do you think you would come?
Maybe third.
Third? So you'd be in the top 5 in badminton. Wow. So could you teach someone how to play badminton? So how about your sisters? Could you teach your sisters?
No, my dad taught me
Alright, but you couldn't, why can't you teach them?
because I don't really know how to hold the badminton racket.
Alright, so what could you do to find that out?
Look in the internet.
Look in there, or
Ask my dad to tell me.
right, or actually would have to teach you. Yeah, then you could have a big game with lots of people playing, yes? Is there any other sport you like to play? Is it just badminton?
Dodgeball.
Which one?
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. Why do you like that?
Because I like to throw and play.
Right. Are you good at it?
Not really.
No. So why do you play it?
Because it's fun.
Because it's fun. Right? How often do you play dodgeball?
2 times a week.
Right. Where do you play that?
In the gym.
Right. And who do you play with?
Yeah, year 4 and year 5.
Is it what, a playtime, a break time?
At lunchtime.
At lunchtime, okay. So, but do you get hurt doing that?
Sometimes.
Right. So what could you do to stop being hurt?
Move quickly.
You could run quickly, that's a good idea. What rule could you put in? What could you tell people that will stop you getting hurt?
Don't hit above the shoulder.
Excellent, okay, why not?
Because if you hit the head, it might hurt.
Right, good hurt. So you could have a rule that says not below the shoulders, or even below the waist, couldn't you? Below the midlines. Okay, thank you, Nikki. Okay, so that was 1 minute and 30 today. So we're going to try and get a little bit more. Yeah, so how could we make it a little bit longer? Because that was good, but we need 3 minutes. How could you make your speech longer?
Ask questions.
You could ask, what sort of questions would you ask the audience?
Do you know how to play?
Right, good, so you can ask them how to play, yeah. Maybe if you wanted to make the audience more excited, what could you bring with you?
The badminton racket and the circle.
Right, okay, so that would give you a visual that people would say, oh, I can see, yeah. So maybe that's something you could do. You could always ask the sports teacher, could I borrow the racket, could I borrow the shuttlecock and show, yeah. So that would, once you show the different parts of the racket and what you do with it, that would take another minute, yeah. So that would be really good. So bring something to show, even if, what if you couldn't bring the badminton racket, what could you bring?
The photo.
You could bring a photo, yeah. You could show a photo of it, or a photo of you playing badminton. Yeah, over there, okay. Okay, excellent. Well done, Megan. Very good answers to good questions, okay? Okay, thank you.